Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about my educational career and tips I found most important, um, and why I'm going to be sharing them with you guys. So the first little thing is information processing for storage and memory. The three types of encoding I found that worked really good for me were somatic, visual, and acoustic. Somatic is words and their meaning. Visual is pictures, graphs, um, you know, visual things. And acoustic is sounds and like the sounds of their words. Another three things that I found interesting was in the revival memory. Recalling, recognition, and relearning, the three R's. And then I also found good for recalling things is using summaries, writing a summary, and also reading a summary if you didn't want to write a summary. Those helped me in my educational career because it helped me remember important notes that I need to be taking, and recall like what I need to be doing in class. The next thing is active listening. So with active listening, I always love taking notes and reviewing them right after class, either with a friend or by myself out loud, whatever. That helps me so I know what I'm retaining and what I'm taking away from a lecture or a class. I'm always prepared. I always read the books before class, or I do the assignment before class. I review the assignment, look at the PowerPoint, anything. And when a speaker is talking, I always judge the content and not the speaker. That helps me in my educational career, so I'm not just judging to judge, right? Another is reading comprehension. With reading comprehension, I always I'm a big reader, but I struggle with reading sometimes, as we all do. We're only human. So I allow set times for reading. I set aside an hour to read the chapter, whatever. I also ask questions as I'm reading. I write down a question, and then later on, as I'm reviewing what I wrote down that day, I answer the question. And then I read the passage first, and then reread again while taking notes. And these all help me with my educational career because I'm allowing myself to take my time. I'm allowing myself to have time for notes and reading, and I'm comprehending what I'm doing. Encoding for storage and long-term memory, that is important. That Counselor has said enough. It's hard to maintain something the entire term. So what I do, I overlearn. I read and read and read until I'm like, oh, I know this by heart, because overlearning isn't like stopping you from doing anything. I also teach a concept. I'm not a teacher. I either say it out loud, present something, anything to my boyfriend, to my friends, my family, whoever. And then acronyms. Acronyms are a huge thing, like PEMDAS, home, stuff like that. Even if it's a silly acronym, it still helps you remember and maintain this in your long-term memory storage. Hi. Okay, so another is learning module T's and multiple intelligences. Learning module T's is VARC, an acronym. And it's visual, auditory, reading, and tactile. There's also VAC, which just removes the reading and writing part of it. And then there's learning what intelligences are, which is what yours is and what intelligence you use in your day-to-day life. And then applying more than one learning style. I mean, there's no wrong way of learning. And if it works for you, it works for you. My intelligences are strength, language, and language, self, and nature. That's how I learn, and that's how my intelligence is. And these three things help me because now I know that I'm a tactile learner, that I learn certain ways, and how to base my schooling off of that. Next is emotional intelligence, stress management, and having a healthy brain. 3 tips I have is learn how to manage your own stress. Nutrition is a big thing, and sleep is also a big thing. I know how much sleep I need. I know what my body needs, and doing these 3 things in my educational career has helped me being a better student and being a better person overall. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube video, and have a blessed day.